doing this.
Ironically enough, Ironically enough, the achievement that took me the longest was cockroach. I got the cockroach in the big alpha, like without even trying, and then I was in a game with my brother, and we both got downed, and so we were both pistoling because the monster had like, you know, a fifth of a health bar, but the trapper throws a dome, and my brother is in it, and I'm outside of it, so he got the achievement, and I was so effing pissed. And then it took me like months to get it.
I know one of the hardest achievements to me is ninja time.
Which one's that?
It's for killing a hunter without taking any damage. Is that even possible to do without? Like,
that includes wildlife and other things. Easy way to do it is you can try using Goliath and keep using rock throw. But remember, they have to be killed, not just downed.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's basically impossible to do under normal situations, I would say.
No, Goliath and Kraken have an easy try. Just 3-point lightning strike and keep shooting them from a distance.
I end up getting that with Wraith, and I'm pulling a team to like two nomads. Somehow it was two nomads together, and I got the team all together. What blast killed them all?
That was.
Yeah, I killed them. I killed all of them with one more blast and just ran.
That's true, work that, but it's also taking into the fact that Lennox was hitting a ×4 multiplier many times in a row. Now imagine if if you hit 1, 2, and then 4, and then it reset 1, 2, and 4, it does vastly inferior damage. And so yeah, you will hit limbs, you will miss shots, but on average, it's a lot better to have that most of the time. Plus the clip side is ridiculous.
I still don't have Mud Monster, and all you have to do in that one is sneak more than you run.
I don't have the one either.
Oh no, I didn't do. No, I got something else for that.
Okay.
I also have Unbeatable, because I have never just went stage 3 only.
Okay, this is a real game, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay,
Yeah.
Mutant Cross. There you go. You can talk freely now. Okay, so monsters sneaking to the south. Nice little way of Oh, okay. First thing I thought those were birds. So it's a good way of getting down here.
Really fast,
And there's that spotter call. Probably didn't hear it because they were in the dropship.
Assault and medic head to the northeast.
I like that he's not stopping for food necessarily.
Perfect timing.
Dog downstairs.
Now someone's at the door.
Over there.
1 second.
Track.
Bodies are still up top.
Track.
Yeah, we have tracks.
Track. Track. There's just made track to the mammoth birds once it is spawn time.
Hold on 1 second. I'm getting PM'd.
Cookie, are you here?
Right there. Head towards the old village, let's call it. Last track I see over there, actually.
Okay.
I got him over here. He's moving northwest.
Okay, so he's not full armor. Sorry, I was getting pinged.
He doubled back.
Against non-pro monsters, yes, I agree, work that, because it's kind of like Laz. If you don't know how to play against Lennox, you'll just lose. But against good monsters, most good monsters will be able to hit the assault once in a while, even if it's just collateral damage by like an accidental leap smash or something.
Yep. I'm out your pack.
There we go. And it looks like this is a dome. Oh, and the harpoon, so the monster does get domed. So this is going to be an early... Monster does get a couple of bites in, not very many, but he does look like he's going to be pretty low on armor here. Looks like the leap smash from the assault missed. I do like that the monster was doing a little bit of damage while trying to avoid damage. You always want to put pressure on the hunters, because, you know, most likely he's going to take permanent damage here, so you might as well put the pressure on them so not all of them are focused on you. So if you do enough damage to the support that he uses his cloak, then that will be very good, because then he's not shooting you, because he's trying to hide and stay incognito. Nice usage of leaping, going around and just doing a lot of damage. It looks like he's got probably 2 points in fire and 1 in leap. Okay, so Dome should be coming down relatively soon. Looks like he's trying to get more food. Not a very good Dome to be able to eat food. There's just too much Ooh, and that medic got hit. There we go. Hank covering up with the protection. I really like him, doing a really good job of evading damage. These guys are spending a lot of time repositioning. You should really just have one person stationary here, one up there, and the monster gets away. That was a very good dome for the monster. The monster didn't even have full armor, and they weren't able to do much damage. So they just need to be very, very careful about being in the right position. You know, always stay on the high ground. And there we go. Monster doing a little bit of damage, trying to escape. So at this point, the dome's trapper is down. So running past him is okay. And I love that the trapper immediately went back and is basically hurting the monster. And so right now, Graz is doing a misplay in my opinion, in that he's trying to shake the hunters instead of just going straight across the map to a location. And so right now, all you're doing is giving the hunters time. Oh, here we go, eating really, really close to the hunters. And that was probably a misplay. I dislike that he was that. And there we go. Nice harpoon. Waited for the jump. And here we go. Knock that away. And then the monster should be able to go ahead. Ooh, decides to go underground. Decides to eat a few bodies here. Might get domed here. Oh, that might have been a good opportunity. If he has pounced the assault, it would be very hard for the medic to actually catch up, because the medic was way upstairs and wouldn't be able to get there in time. That, yes, she does have a personal shield, but that would really put the assault on a time clock for the rest of the team to catch up. So right now, the monster is going to the crashed little location back here. I know it's Infusion Plant. I feel like it's supposed to be a crashed ship, and there's the rest of it. I don't know what that's supposed to actually be. Like, it looks like almost like a train. Maybe just a shelter. I don't know what it's supposed to be, like a hangar? I don't know. Fuselage? Something. Pretty cool.
I think he's trying to bait it out.
If his armor's low, we should probably do it.
So monster trying to sneak out of there. I'm not a big fan that they're all huddled here. The trapper should be about right here, and they really should be a little split up. So when you don't see the monster and you don't hear it, ooh, the trapper might get away with this. Ooh, nice. Might be able to, but the trapper's really, really close. Ooh, ooh, that might be. Oh, this is gonna be bad. He's eating. Oh, and the trapper's right there. Nice job for the trapper, not going to dome right away, and there was another poop he probably could have eaten. Monster getting close to half armor, doing a really hard time of struggling to keep the hunters away. Now this is another thing I see a lot of monsters do, is that they'll hug this wall. So if you're hugging this wall, it's going to negate how well you move. And so for instance, like if you move like this, all the hunters have to do is go like this. And so always be very careful about hugging the wall. This is actually a pretty good dome. There's a big giant pillar in the middle. So I do like having somebody camped up here to do damage. Probably not the medic. I'd like to see the support up there instead. And then probably have the medic over here. Gives the medic a area to use her speed boost. But a lot of movement. You know, like the trapper could also be stationed over somewhere. So in a situation like this, you remember, you have to be careful of that Zerg-like mentality to just chase and do damage to the monster. It's much more important to have a strong position and then do damage a little bit at a time. Because otherwise, you're just going to lose a lot of damage potential, because look at that. All the jetpacks being used to chase the monster, and then he's just going to land all of his abilities. So always be very, very careful about that. Oh, nice little sneak pounce mini. I like that Hank is using his cutter a bit more. I noticed that from the last time he wouldn't use his cutter as much. Oh, and there is the dome. So the dome comes down. The monster does take a very, very little amount of damage there. Not a very good dome. So this will be 2 domes with the hunters. Both times the monster not even half armor, and they've only done a little bit of damage. So they really need to work on their in-game dome positions.
Watch out for the plant.
Nice job on those harpoons. Task Force doing a much better job with Griffin today. I really like that. Oh, nice harpoon. Once again, waiting for those leaps or climbs. That's exactly what you want to do. You don't want to necessarily spam it all the time with Griffin. You want to wait until he's using their traversal.
Right behind you.
Fantastic work, and just constant pressure by the monster. Decides to go through the leap smash, and Does not look like, and the trapper automatically assuming a position. So again, the trapper position doesn't really want to move outside of this little middle area. So monster having a really, really hard time. And right now I think he's kind of on tilt. He's doing a really bad job of kind of staying back here where he's already scoured for food, and there's no food back here. So he needs to do a little bit better of a job.
Yep, he's going.
They're trying to get past, and here is Task by himself. He needs to be very careful. So a good monster should have the awareness to see, oh, I see 3 hunters over here. That means the trapper is by himself. So if you go towards the trapper and leap smash, even if you get domed with no armor, the trapper is going to be away from the medic and support and could very easily go down as soon as the dome goes down, which gives you an easy strike and an easy way out. So just be very, very careful about that. I say very, very. I've noticed I say that a lot. So doing a little bit of eating. Again, eating kind of close to the hunters. Ooh, this is going to be bad. Nice job on keeping them off the food, though. They're doing a really, really good job of just constant pressure. See, monster hugging this, and the hunters just drop straight across, and there they are already. All ready to go. And it does not look like the monsters... So now the monster can go back away. And there he goes, back towards the eastern end. Eating food again, really close to the hunters. Be very careful with that. Oh, and there comes the trapper. Ooh, nice leap. Nice harpooning, though. Really good job. And so once again, the monster is still not quite ready to evolve or to go ahead and get more than half armor. So the round almost 10 minutes and still stage 1. They're doing a really good job of just keeping the monster penned in this little eastern area. And I like that he's trying to actually sneak past.
Running around gets more sound spikes placed. We're running low on them.
I like the communication for the hunters right now.
Still. You guys got line sight anywhere around there?
Nope, he was in town last I saw, but I don't see him, so we gotta watch out for Pride Rock and stuff like that, but he's not gonna sneak past here at least.
I can see everywhere but the river.
Killer, watch this side. I'm gonna move to the north.
Alright.
He can't sneak past my sound spike.
It's a great bush to hide in.
I got this area.
Be careful about overly sniffing.
That western side along that northern ledge.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, I'm going up there.
I think upriver.
For sniffing.
Alright, you guys, let's close into the distance a little bit. We're getting a little too far spread out.
Okay, he's back there. He can't sneak past us.
I don't see him in town at all.
He is back there. He hasn't evolved yet. I know he's ready.
And I'm
Why
just...
wouldn't he have evolved by now?
I'm being a little quiet.
For 10 minutes in.
Because he knows he can't get a safe evolve.
Yeah.
There we go.
Oh, I found him, I found him.
Yeah,
Random shooting in the bush. Oh, and it looks like he might be able to get away. And there we go. Flame Breath versus Support. Support might actually get a lot of damage here. Oh, and that pounce. That pounce is going to be really, really, really big. Medic. Oh, one Leap Smasher, Fire Breath. Oh, and... Oh, that was so close. I feel that if... Oh, man. I feel that eating a couple of hits from Barrage would have absolutely been worth that strike. That was a very, very pivotal moment, I believe. I believe that he should have tried to take that, and it does look like that he will get domed here. This is a very good rock for Goliath. Goliath might be able to eat that food right behind him. Go eat that Strider. Eat that Strider. There we go. Eat it. Eat it. Why are you running? Okay, you were getting shot. But yes, he probably could have eaten that as soon as off. So the moment you get downed, if you can kill anything and immediately bury you, go for it, because a lot of hunters have to get in position again. And so this position, I would love to see a hunter up on this little platform, up on the building, and kind of spread out again, because he's just going to be doing this daisy chain a lot. And I'm not sure why he was... Oh, he's staying away from the assault, that's why. That would have been a great leap smash too. So in this position, when all the 3 weak characters are together, you can stick around to do a little bit more damage because the assault's not available. Nice dodge of the leap smash from the assault. And by that I mean like dodging the assault's leap smash. But this is a very good area for the monster to fight. So he will probably be able to get out of here without too much more damage. I do like, again, that he is putting pressure on the hunters. And let's see where he goes. I'd love to see him go towards the northwest area and just book it. And book it straight there instead of waiting for these guys. And then looks like he's still trying to engage a little bit. Like I said, I think he's a little on tilt right now. And just keep on booking it. You know, wait until you use all your traversals, break line of sight from Griffin, and start... Oh, don't stop and eat there. Be very, very careful. This is another thing that I saw Cross do a few times, that he kept on trying to eat on the run when the hunters were really, really close. Hey, Victory, how's it going?
Regrouping with you, Bandit.
Yes, it's Friday. So, but however, because there's a lot of ESL shenanigans going on, I was approached by a team to help coach them, and so I've been coaching them. I coached them on Wednesday, and I'm coaching them tonight. I might do a little bit of coaching with them tomorrow as well. And so, is that the frog? Ribbit. Ribbit.
He's over by Pride Rock again.
No. Come here, Aiden. Come here. Get up. Do you want to watch the
Right for
monster?
that northwestern
Oh,
area.
it's a monster. What does the monster say? Rawr, good job. Sorry, my son loves watching Evolve. Oh, you're adorable, Aiden. Okay, so once again, another dome. So this dome, this is actually a very good hunter dome. The monster doesn't have too much. He might be able to work a little bit with that pillar, but not much. But this might be a good game because the hunters have a really strong, superior position at this point. Careful, Aiden. Ooh, and that support, once again. Ugh. Okay, there you go. GG. Really surprised that Tyrant didn't do much that game. GG.
Good. Nice job.
GG.
Good game, guys.
GG.
Going to that orbital damage I got.
Okay, so the big thing, Cross, is you really stuck to that eastern area. So you did a good, decent sneak off the bat, but you didn't get much food. Try going loud again. I feel that you did a lot better the last time in Dam when you were playing loud. So try going loud this time instead of trying to be sneaky, just until you become a lot more familiar with the map and the spawns. You got domed several times at stage 1, but the hunters didn't do a lot of damage. I felt like that they were spending too much time waiting to... Or chasing you in the dome, and so they weren't able to get a lot of damage because their positioning wasn't very good. So you had, like, I think it took you 4 or 5 domes at a stage 1 monster, and the monster was never more than half armor. So that's a really, really bad damage scale for the hunters. Just work on your positioning. The support, medic, and probably the trapper really shouldn't be moving that much inside of a whatchamacallit? A dome. And so that could be very, very worried as well. Also, with Cross, anytime you get the dome goes down, just make a beeline. Like if you're in the southeast corner, go to the northwest. If you're in the southwest corner, go to the northeast. Just pick a direction and just keep beelining it. And don't try and stop to eat. Yeah, and don't try and stop to eat on the way. I noticed you do that when the hunters are really, really close. That being said, though, Task, amazing trapper work tonight. The other G word, Griffin. Your Griffin harpooning skills were very, very up to par this time. So good job.
Thank you.
So inside of a dome, support, medic, and trapper just want to kind of find a place to anchor down.
Yeah, so basically what their job is to basically keep in line of sight for a monster that's running around. This obviously changes when the monster wants to engage, because then the support's actually using defensive maneuvers. But if the monster is avoiding damage, all you want to do is you want to pick the 3 of you, pick a position so that you kind of have a triangulation, so that, like, for instance, like if there's a pillar, you should have between 3 people. You should always be able to shoot the monster if he goes around there, and the assault is the one basically playing catch up. That way, if the monster does focus one of you, you can actually dodge because you actually have a full jetpack, and then he'll probably go away because it's not worth fighting you. So you really shouldn't be moving around that much in most of the domes.
I wasn't doing that often. They're like how I was just playing a tank, just shooting him in the face with a laser cutter.
Yes, and I love that you were using your laser cutter a lot more too. Much loved. Okay, let me go ahead and mute, and we'll go for the next.